said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Johns. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Allen. Right down the middle. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And back to the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And as a quarterback, you've got to be able to take advantage of the situation. You were given the ball in tremendous field position. You've thrown 2 straight incompletions. You can't squander this opportunity. You need a big play here.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Cochran. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's caught. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Find some fresh air. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 33. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Quarterback making checks. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Allen. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. On target. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Here we go.
Caught in the backfield. It's Thuney. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tiger. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kansas State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Hayes. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Punch it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Wants to throw. It's Cochran. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He wants to change this route. Third down play from the gun. Finds his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. 4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, LSU.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage. But just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Cochran using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Hayes. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback extends the play. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Firing deep. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Allen. Slings it. Got a man in the middle. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. Punch for the tackle.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you... That on first down and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Allen. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Time to take a shot. Got his man downfield. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Dropping back, it's Allen. Looking for the score! And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the line. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
It's now 4th and goal.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, no guts, no glory. He's coming out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Corner's going to give them room. Quickly complete. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. He's taking the shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
For the offense.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Cochran. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now on the move.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Quick release on the RPO. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, it's Cochran.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Really good run there on 3rd down. He got 5, but they're still left for the 4th and 3. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And this one is perfect. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to scramble. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Cochran. Finds a spot in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Fooney. Turns it on in midfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking for a man. It's Cochran. Got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Allen. Snagged in the middle, it's Fernie. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him, he'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Allen. Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wants to throw it. The quick out. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Between the uprights, it's good. And they go back on top. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 17 to Arkansas. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Cochran. Quickly complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release by the QB. At midfield, he's got room. What a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Goes to the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And after that incompletion at this juncture of the game, a field goal here would be nice on fourth down, obviously, but do you trust your defense to keep getting stops? If you don't, you've got to go for it here on fourth and short.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright. All tied up here in the fourth quarter.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the fourth quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your...
There he goes! Picks up the first down, still moving. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf from the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Allen. He lets it fly. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Grab behind the line. It's Fooney. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The offense changing the play. Quarterback keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Looking downfield, it's Allen. Wide out trying to get it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Look, you would love to have gotten the touchdown there, but at this point, just take the lead with the field goal.
And it's so hard because you've been thinking aggressive. Let's stretch this lead out. Now you got to think, hey, I got to make them score a touchdown, get a field goal right here, and rely on my defense.
They'll keep the kicker on the sideline, and the offense will try to break the tie with a 4th quarter touchdown on 4th down. They'll move the tight end. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard. And now they regain the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback. But those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to West Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. To the air, it's Cochran. Pressure coming.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. You can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the danger of throwing the football from your own 2-yard line. You need to create some space to operate. You don't want to give up the safety, but, man, you can't throw that ball. Force the ball, not even way down the field to take a shot. Now you put your defense in a horrible position.
They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, LSU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Cochran. Here's a throw downfield late. Snatches it on the right. Off and running. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack,